It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Friday, September 23rd. I'm Michael Groff. Some pretty strong thunderstorms came through the metro area yesterday, dumping anywhere from a quarter to 3/4 of an inch of rain. Sky Harbor officially clocking in with 0.26 of an inch. This is the view from my driveway yesterday, around 3:30 p.m. Some good wind gusts and heavy rain here, almost 3/4 of an inch where I was. So, what's going to happen today? That's the big question. And as we look outside this morning, well, you look at that, it looks kind of foggy or hazy. That's actually dust that's been kicked up by this strong cold front that moved through. Yesterday, we had some good dust storms in the deserts of Southern California and western Arizona. And even though it's not particularly windy out there this morning, some of that dust that was carried aloft is now being sprinkled down upon us here in the valley this morning. So that's something to contend with. Visibility 9 miles right now. And I mentioned the air mass very rapidly drying. At 3:25 a.m., the dew point was 70. At 4:25 a.m., just an hour later, the dew point down to 43. The relative humidity went from 83 to just 31%. And that's where we are right now. Look at this. Temperature is at 73 degrees, dew point 41 now, relative humidity 31%. The winds are west-southwesterly, and the barometer is rising. All right, looking at the satellite this morning. Upper low and associated frontal band moving off to the east, so we won't have to worry about that. Skies will become mostly clear, just some dust around this morning. Radar is looking pretty good for us. And the watch warning map, well, we still have issues across the western states in association with that deep trough. Winter weather advisories in portions of Montana. We have freeze watches across the Rockies. We have some fire danger issues and wind advisories as well. Dense fog advisories for portions of northern Nebraska, as well as flooding concerns continuing for northern and central Iowa. Pollution issues as well for the Indianapolis area, as well as Washington, D.C. and Baltimore. The convective outlook for today. We've got a marginal risk of severe weather from the northern Texas panhandle all the way to extreme southwest North Dakota. On day 2, that area shifts east from around Childress, Texas, up toward Brainerd, Minnesota. And on day 3, no significant areas of severe weather are anticipated. So what about the forecast? Let's get into it. Here we go with the models. The 06E GFS valid at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time today. And there's that cold upper trough moving through the western states. We will be under dry and cool northwesterly flow aloft. The GFS has our high today at just 85 degrees. Boy, that's going to feel great. Just go out and have lunch outside. Should be absolutely perfect for that. Once the sun goes down tonight, temperatures are going to cool off very rapidly. And lows, how about the mid-50s for Saturday morning in some of the cooler valley locations? The urban core gets down into the lower 60s. Saturday looks really nice too. Should see mostly sunny skies, high temperatures, upper 80s. After a cool start on Sunday, we'll warm up just a bit. Dry northerly flow should prevail. Highs about 93 or so on Sunday. One little interesting twist to the forecast, though, is that upper low that's moved through the area the last couple of days. A little piece of energy is going to pinch off and form another closed low over the greater southwest. Now, we've seen this feature time and time again this month, and this time starts out over New Mexico, bringing in plenty of moisture across portions of West Texas and eastern New Mexico. Then by Monday, that feature begins to retrograde across northwest Mexico, turning our flow aloft more southeasterly or easterly, and starts to import moisture into the state. Now, initially, again, we should stay fairly dry, but widely scattered showers and thunderstorms will be possible across the Rim Country and the White Mountains of eastern Arizona. Temperatures for us will probably cool it back off a couple of degrees, so we'll be in the upper 80s to low 90s for Monday. On Tuesday, more moisture gets drawn around that upper low, so we'll call it partly sunny with a slight chance, just a 10% chance of showers and thunderstorms here in the valley. High temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s once again. Forecast confidence, not really that high in this scenario. The European keeps us pretty dry, so we won't go too hog wild on precipitation chances at this point. And by Wednesday, forecast confidence dropping even further as the GFS shows a tropical system moving across the Baja into the Gulf of California. Not really sure if I'm ready to buy into that, although the GFS has been showing some type of tropical system down there The positioning is different than yesterday, so if this is still on the board by next Monday or so, we will definitely have to talk about this and put it into the forecast. But for now, we'll just go with persistence, slight chance of showers and thunderstorms. On Thursday, the GFS portrays moisture moving into southern Arizona from said tropical system, but we'll keep it on the dry side for now, partly sunny and high temperatures continuing in the upper 80s to low 90s. There may no doubt be more tropical moisture in the air. Humidity levels may start to come back up again. So low temperatures would come back up to the mid-60s to mid-70s if this were to verify. But for now, we'll just keep the rain chances out of the picture for the end of next week. By Friday, a week from today, this is September the 30th, a cold upper trough digging into the Pacific Northwest. Dry west-southwesterly flow would be over the area. We've got another tropical system on the board over in the Caribbean that we have to keep an eye on. And maybe that would pose a threat to the southeastern United States. So we'll watch that very carefully. This is Saturday, October the 1st. That cold upper trough continues off the Pacific Northwest coast. We would be generally dry and temperatures right around normal. And the other tropical system to watch over in the Caribbean moves toward Cuba. And then this is the end of the forecast period, October the 2nd. That upper trough migrates a little bit further west, retrogrades some off the Pacific Northwest coast, and we would maintain a pretty dry southwesterly flow over the area were this to verify. Temperatures would more or less be around normal, which for October 2nd is a high of 94 degrees here in Phoenix. We'll watch that tropical system as it moves toward Florida or the Gulf of Mexico by the end of the forecast period. But for now, again, we're talking 9-10 days out, so it's hard to really time any specific tropical features. As for temperatures, well, today and tomorrow look great. We may get up into the 90s by Sunday, but more or less, we will be at or below normal all the way through the period. Lows may come up next week if that tropical moisture does in fact come into the area, but overall, autumn has arrived in the southwest. Think we are done with those 100-degree days, and that is always a good thing. All right. Well, that's a look at the Phoenix area weather discussion for today. Our next video posted tomorrow. Hope you have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy it. It's going to be beautiful out there. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.